Welcome back to a new video. I've compiled a few clips that I've taken in January, so this vlog is going to be a tiny recap of the month. The first few clips show a new table finally getting delivered after a very long wait. We got this one from FabIndia at Heba. We had originally ordered the table, a bench, and stools from the Indiranagar store in October 2025. We spent a lot of time visiting multiple furniture stores across Bangalore before finally deciding on FabIndia since we had guests coming over and were promised timely delivery. But the experience turned into months of delays, cancellations, poor communication, and constant back and forth. Out of the entire order, only the stools were delivered from the Indiranagar store. Due to multiple delivery delays, we had asked them to cancel the table order, but they cancelled the order for the bench as well without our permission. In the end, we had to go to the Hebal store and reorder both the table and the bench again just to finally get them delivered. The whole process caused us a lot of unnecessary mental stress. Honestly, based on experience, we would never recommend the Indranagar outlet to anyone. The staff there, along with the customer support, handled the situation terribly and showed very little value of the time, money, and trust customers put into them. If you absolutely want to buy from Fab India, we suggest the Herbal store instead. Even though the delivered items still had some issues, the management and handling of the situation were much better. Safe to say, we won't be going back again. You can see here that even after delivery, there were issues with the table. This is gum due to the poor packaging done for delivery. Not only this, there was also a tiny crack on the table, which was fixed a few days later after a carpenter was sent home.
खराब नहीं होगा ना?
हाँ खराब नहीं वो पैकिंग वाला है ना कार्नर साइड में डाला है ना
तो ये QC करने के टाइम ये सब ठीक करके लाना है ना?
वो किसी करने के टाइम में वो पैकिंग करने टाइम में हो गया मैंने
We had to provide them with coconut oil and a rag to remove the gum off the table.
ऑर्डर मात्र अभी एक ही चाहिए तो कैसा
नहीं
करेंगे?
The Indiranagar store didn't even properly explain the table to us. It was only at the Hebal store that we learned it could be extended in two stages, from an 8-seater to a 10 and then further to a 12-seater. There were issues with literally every item that was sent over to our home. A few days into January, we decided to take down the Christmas decorations. These are some clips I'd taken of Gizmo enjoying in the mess.
ഇതിനകത്ത് വേണേ ഒരു ഇതങ്ങോട്ട് നിരത്തി വെച്ച് ബബിൾ റാപ്പ്
Throughout December, he kept climbing the tree like this. He would get down only if you bribed him with treats.
Can you get the treats? Kitchen
On Jan 10th, it was college day at Allen's PU College, where he was being awarded subject proficiency for mathematics and computer science. So, Mummy and I attended the function. In the end of the function, Alan's class was also awarded the best incoming class based on a score given to each class based on various criteria, which was a surprise to all of us, including Alan and his classmates.
For your mercy never fails me.
Proficiency in Mathematics and Computer. Alan Jacob Burkeys of Class 1G has secured Subject Proficiency in Mathematics and Computer Science.
Good afternoon, everybody. The best incoming class award goes to one of the first POC classes, and all of us here know that we have 19 sections, and each of the section is closely competing with one another. It was a very difficult task. The first place goes to 1G. And the class scores 205.933 points out of 300. Congratulations to all the class students.
During our vacation in December at Coorg, we had bought two bird nests. We decided to hang one of them in our garden, hoping a bird may like to make it their home. We also hung a wind chime that Mummy and Papa bought from Chinatown at Singapore. Like in my previous vlog, Chechi again climbed the tree outside our compound to tie the grown-up bougainvillea stem onto the tree branch. These are clips from when we visited the Karnataka Chitrakala Parishath. Exhibitions happen quite often here. They sell huge range of items like potteries, desi footwear like kolhapuri and jutis, Indian wear like chicken curry kurtis, jewelry, food items, and other handicrafts.
മധുരം സംഘമാണ് മൂന്നെണ്ണം.
When we got back home from the exhibition, we noticed that the bougainvillea had its very first blooms. This is a new addition to our garden. We moved a few unique fish from the pond into this wall-hanging aquarium that I had found online.
പക്ഷെ ഇതൊക്കെ എന്നും ക്ലീൻ ചെയ്യണം. വീക്കിലി അല്ല, 2 days കൂടി ഇരിക്കുമ്പോൾ അല്ലെ വെള്ളം അങ്ങോട്ട്.
This is a crane that visits our garden almost every day in the hope of catching some guppies from our ponds. As a precaution, we have now added nets over our ponds and placed a statue of a crane in the garden to scare it away.
Do you like art, Gizmo?
We had quite a few oil paintings that Chechi and I had made during our school days in Saudi, and we had been wanting to hang them up for a while. So we gave them some final touches, that is, painting the borders and adding varnish before putting them up. I think Gizmo loved the paintings. He was always around us while we worked on them. Mummy, Alan, and I came for another exhibition. This one was at Freedom Park. There were not just stalls but various workshops and performances lined up too.
ഇതെന്തോ ആൻറ്റിൽ
A lot more detailed stories. So you'll see that I have notes in here under each of them. So it's the Mahoot's name, the people who handle.
We mainly visited to walk around the stalls. The items were a bit expensive, but since they were handicraft from different parts of India, they were definitely worth the price. These exhibitions come up once in a while at different locations across Bangalore, often under different names. You can check out my very first vlog to get a glimpse of the kind of handicrafts sold at such stalls. After visiting the different stalls at the exhibition, we explored the rest of Freedom Park since we have never come before. This used to be a high security prison. The British built it in 1867 to lock up freedom fighters like Mahatma Gandhi. Today, it has been transformed into a public park and a museum. The bowl Gizmo is drinking from is the only item we picked up from the exhibition. It was originally meant for flowers, but Gizmo has made it his drinking bowl now. Quick update on the aquariums. We loved it so much that we bought one more, but swapped the stone since the color was leaking. Make sure to hang it in the shade because too much heat can be harmful for the fish.
Say hi to the camera.
This is a clip of when Mummy made breakfast for Chechi's childhood friends from Saudi when they visited our home to break open their 12-year-old time capsule filled with memories and letters from their past selves. They stayed with us at our place for 3 nights. This is what Mummy served for breakfast. All of it was made by herself except for the buns. Everything was so yummy. This is them opening the time capsule together. It took quite a bit of effort since they had sealed the bottle extremely well to prevent moisture damage as they had initially planned to bury it in the soil. Since the bottle was meant to be buried at her home in Bangalore, Mummy made sure to keep the capsule safe for the past 12 years. Although we never ended up burying it, it traveled with us from Riyadh to Singapore, then to Kerala, and finally to Bangalore.
This one only, right? Yeah. Bye.